And hello, and welcome, and hail. How's it going, everybody? Here we are with the Midwinter's Blight, plural. Possessive pronoun thing. Okay. So my goal right now is to collect some Biteberry. I'll be going around town. Let's start over here in Nevesk and work on the Tree of Whispers. And then loop all the way around town. Hey there, Leaf. How's it going? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, how's your, stuff coming along there, Leaf? Are you still doing your crypto stuff? AI stuff? Programming? Translating? Video gaming. Last time we were talking, you were working on some spreadsheet for EVE Online or something? Yeah. Are you still playing that? You still playing EVE Online? I've been thinking about a new game to stream. You know? You dished the AI, still working as a translator. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was this close to starting back up Elden Ring today. You know? I was looking at it. There's going to be an Elden Ring update one of these days. Hey, thank you so much, Leaf. Thank you. There's going to be an Elden Ring update, and I would like to get back into the game before that update comes out. I'm not quite sure when, to be honest. Right now in Diablo, there's a Christmas event. You see there's special enemies, and there's special stuff that's happening within the Fractured Peaks region of the map here. You see it's all purple. That's not normal. And I'm using the opportunity to harvest some Biteberry. You know, I like to harvest plants in video games. Also, I heard that Starfield's going to have a new update eventually. I heard that there's going to be new ways to travel, or whatever. New methods to travel. So I'm guessing they're going to have planetary vehicles. That might be the time to come back to the game. You know? Maybe by that time they'll fix their issue with the world, or with the game crashing. I was watching a little video on YouTube talking about Bethesda games and how their game model's outdated. I was sure it was going to be filled with misleading, biased information, but, you know, they made some good points. They're talking about some other game. I think it was Skyrim or Fallout New Vegas or something like that. And they said, they're listing off a series of issues. And they said, if you save too many times, then the game crashes. Or poor performance because you saved too many times. Hey, thank you so much, Mars. Oh yeah, it's a star party. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh yeah, nice to see you. Hey there, Franklin on Kick. How you doing there? That is you, right, Franklin? I'm talking to F Montana on Kick right now. I'm live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Kick, and X. Right now. Yeah. You know, if you get in real quick, you can catch the tail end of this star party on Facebook. There's currently a star party on Facebook. It's been activated. You have to send stars before it's too late. Before the balloons fly away. The balloons are flying away. The balloons. The ribbons. You have to grab the ribbon. Crunch and jump for the balloons. Anyways. So you're playing that Lego Fortnite mode? I mean, I don't know. It sounds interesting. I just don't know. I don't really play Fortnite, so... I mean, that'd be good if you're already playing Fortnite, and now there's a Lego mode of Fortnite. Is it cool? You can't send stars? It won't let you? Somebody else was complaining about that, and then it worked for them. It's relaxing and fun. Somebody said it's PvE. Maybe I'll try. I'm sure people will watch me. You know, I'm sure people will watch me because people will be curious about what the heck is up with Lego Fortnite and why is Gooboberti playing Fortnite. I'm sure a combination of those two things will occur. Well, there's 2 minutes left for those stars to work. Somebody said it doesn't work. I understand. But then it worked suddenly. After moments of not working, suddenly it worked. It's amazing. You sure people will like the... Hold on. Let me just... So, it's good? I'm sure, at the very least, it's satisfying blowing stuff up and then seeing the Lego pieces. It was a very satisfying thing playing the Lego games over time. Because when you destroy things, they turn into a bunch of Legos. And it's satisfying. The sound effects and like the plastic and everything. So, I'm sure it makes a nice snapping sound when you connect things. Maybe I'll give it a go. You know, I have like no skins for it, you know. People have 85 million skins for Fortnite, and I have like a handful from 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Oh, you can build your village. That's cool. I also don't like the fact that that game is filled with copyright music. Like, people have... there's emotes in the game that have actual music. And it's bad music. It's like mumble rap. You know? You think I like mumble rap? Anything but mumble rap. I don't want to hear mumble rap in my video games. I'll think about it. Oh, there's a setting in the menu. We could. Okay, cool. Sort of like Cyberpunk has a setting within the menu where you can disable copyright music. Good. Does Call of Duty have that setting as well? That's another reason why Call of Duty is all messed up. There's a bunch of like actual music. War. Who? What is it good for? That's an actual song. Stop it. You know? Here in Diablo, I'm sort of reaching the end, sort of. It's been up for, I've been 100 for a while. There's a big new challenge called Abattoir here. It's a new dungeon. It's really hard, but now there's this new Midwinter Blight situation that you'll see me do right now. It's just, this whole sector of the map is now purple, and the enemies are dropping this extra currency. that's used for certain things, and there's these new events when you're unlocking things. Yeah. Oh, so I finally gained access to Grok on X. I think you're following me there, Franklin. Oh, fine. There's a lot of resource collecting in LEGO Fortnite. Well, I think you sold me. You sold me. I didn't even think about collecting resources within a LEGO world. Whatever. I'm not sold. But you are selling me on it. You said that you think I would love it. Well, maybe I'll try it out sometime. See, a big problem here is that I don't really think Diablo 4 is all that popular in terms of like a stream to watch, unless there is some crazy PvP situation. I mean, it's interesting seeing a new season. It's interesting seeing how someone's character has come together over time, but I mean, it's great to play. But it might feel repetitious, or it might feel kind of chaotic, like you're not really sure what's going on, you know, unless the person's really breaking down their build again and again and again, you know, every 3 seconds. Which is why I like questions that add sort of context to the monotony. Sort of like streaming Fallout 76. It's great and all, and people can act like they like watching it, okay? But it's only really good when I'm building a base. But not really when I'm building a base. It's like when the base is done and then I'm giving you the tour. It's for a person to look at for 3 seconds while I'm building something and be amazed at what you can do. And then they leave and they come back and say, oh wow, you built this really amazing house. That's awesome. And once you're done saying it, there's no real reason to keep watching it. You know? A highly competitive PvP game is really interesting to watch the entire time because it's like a sports match. It's constant thrills and chills. I'm back. So I was saying, hardcore Diablo would be very entertaining to watch, I think, in general, because a person could die. It's all over. It's very suspenseful. You could really mess up, you know, and it's high failure consequence. It's really bad news. This has a certain flow to it that might be entertaining. Yeah, I like it. It's sort of consistent and chill, like you're, you know, just smoothly going through, doing a combination of abilities, blah blah blah. You know, I just don't know. But see, for that Lego Fortnite game, I was gonna maybe do it on GeForce Now. You know, on the cloud. So, the appeal of Diablo. Hey there, Chris. I'm experiencing minor connection difficulties. Blame that movie. Blame that one movie on Netflix. Okay. You sort of have to know what to look for here in Diablo to appreciate it. You know, it seems like I've been really powerful for a while, but I'm still sort of improving, like the whole time. And it's a complicated matter to improve. It could be too complicated. Sometimes I'm in menus for a long time, you know? Somebody was complaining about that. Sometimes I'm like working on my build forever with small adjustments because that's how it is. It's sort of like Fallout. You know what I mean? Fallout 76. Sometimes I'm messing with my build until it's just right, but this is like that, but way, way more because you have to mess with this situation. And there's like additional boards and stuff, you know? And the boards rotate. There's different potential pathways, you know? And there's different potential glyphs. And you level up those glyphs and you have your skill tree, you know? And then you have your stats for your gear. And your gear has all these individual ridiculous lines, you know? And you have to find the perfect synergy between everything to make it work out. And like I said, the interesting part is seeing your build. People are curious to see how strong you are and what kind of build you have and so forth. You know? Sometimes just for a milestone, how fast you can do something, how much raw damage you're doing, how deep you've gone in something. Do you have something based upon rarity? That sort of garbage. Raw stats and so forth. I'm trying to work between different builds here, and it's a complicated matter, and there's different ways to level up and different things you have to do, and I'm always trying to develop systems, and this game's sort of evolving. It came out this year, okay? Seasonal event. There's different things you can do, and the appeal of this stream is to figure out how do you get stronger? And what do you do? It is complicated. It really is. I gotta spend my obols, see? This is all gonna sound very complicated, okay? I now have 1,000 murmuring obols, and I have to spend them over here at the curiosity vendor, which is found within every major town. The purveyor of curiosities. I can purchase a random item based upon the slot, like a one-handed sword, or some garbage, or a head, chest, glove. Let's go for rings. So I'm gonna buy a bunch of random rings.
It seems your prayers have been answered.
I can then sort by quality based upon the raw item power. You see right there? Where it says 905, and then the lowest one says 638. What? Crazy. I care about the border. You see the border is white versus yellow? Yellow is sacred, white is ancestral. It's a whole different tier, so I can just mark all the yellow bordered stuff with a slash. Right? And then we're looking at all these different things here. You can see, because I have the advanced tooltips on, you can see the spectrum of possibility. It says 11% physical damage from 10.5 to 17.5, which means it's a low roll. It's a random item, so it's low. I personally look for an item with at least 2 of those being roughly perfect, and then the third one can be really good, and the fourth one I change. So I don't want this one. This one, I'm looking for anything that's near perfect. Nope. Now these orange ones have these legendary aspects. Down there, this little paragraph that's behind my camera. Right there, you see? It says, enemies damaged by kick or charge will explode if they're killed within 2 seconds. It's a legendary ability. This other one says, generate fury per second while berserking. This other one says, it increases my attack of something else if I do something else. You know, whatever. This one says, while berserking, I deal fire damage to those around me. Stuff like that, you know? You're able to pull that legendary aspect off the item, destroying the item in the process. You end up with these aspects. So whenever I spend my murmuring obols, whenever they're maxed out at 1,000, I buy a bunch of gear, I mark the trash, I look at potentials, but I don't really want any of these. Let's just imagine I don't want any of these, okay? I'm just looking. Damage to bleeding, damage to injured, critical strike damage, but I don't want any of them, okay? So I'll go down to the vendor and I sell everything. If not, I'll put it in my box, one of my many potential tabs for future perusal. You see? These are all the other aspects I pulled, and I go through it every so often. And these are all potential gear. I'm sort of working on, or I swap out, or I use something. And this is the gear I'm really sort of using, but not really. And then other potential overflow. And then I still have to go through this. You see, I have duplicates. I tell you what. Yay for connection issues. Oh, I tell you what. I tell you what. I could play some StarCraft. Waiting for Diablo to come back up. That'd be kind of funny. We're waiting for Diablo to come back up. Okay. Will I get in trouble? Will I get in trouble? I'll just do some StarCraft for a second, okay? Some StarCraft. I don't know if you could accept this. I'll just do a quick little match at StarCraft, you know? Waiting for the world to flim the flam. I don't think you want to see that, though. I'm just waiting. I might as well. I'll just do it really quick. I'll be a Protoss. It'll be really confusing to people. Hey, is this Diablo? What is this? Okay, let me go back in. I'm having some connection issues, is the problem. So, how about now? I'm starting Diablo back up. There we go. It's a dirty morning. There's something going on with the signal. All I want to do is stream some Diablo. I didn't mean to go into that rabbit hole of actually doing the boring thing. I was trying to show you that if a person doesn't know what's happening, it could appear to be boring, but I was trying to say that it's actually rather complicated and that there's an appeal to seeing how you can pull off the weird synergy of all that garbage. Yes, it's complicated, and that becomes appealing. You know? I know that it could be off-putting to have some complicated garbage, but there should be an appeal in there for a certain kind of person. I mean,
farewell.
And Father bless. Father bless. Okay, so right now we are here in the Midwinter Blight, and I am trying to work on this map. Okay, I'm gonna first start off here in Yelesna, which is my favorite portion of the land. Now, I said this stream is about harvesting Biteberry within the Midwinter Blight. Biteberry is used for an incense, the chorus of war. Now, I have a fun little build here, all about going fast. It's really fun, and it does a lot of damage, and it's action-packed, but it's not really for dungeons, okay? It's not really for dungeons. It's for killing things quickly, or killing easy stuff quickly. How about that? It's for killing easy stuff, and by easy stuff I mean just standard, normal, level 100 enemies walking around. Like those bats. Anybody out here in the normal surface world that is not in a dungeon is easy. They've been easy for a long time. I mean, they can still kill you if your build is garbage. And if your build is garbage, then you're not strong enough. If your gear is bad and you're not strong enough, then these enemies really will be really hard. And you do have to have a certain amount of resistances and all that. But once you hit some bare minimum amount, which is nowhere near the max, by the way, you're fine. The point is, it's easy because you're able to thrive and wipe out the enemies without having the best gear or the best build. Because the game expects you to dig really deep with these nightmare dungeons and other content that gets really, really hard. Enemies are like level 150 or something. Now here within the Midwinter Blight, I showed you the purple map, you see? Now these enemies are dropping these blighted fragments. And there's sometimes a special event. This is not a special event. It's here and there, all throughout the area. Sometimes there'll be a special event with frigid huts and these new Midwinter blighted enemies. And this big old red cloaked terror guy, Santa Claus, shows up. You know what I mean? And there's other little dilly-dallies. There's little structures all throughout the map. There's frostbitten bodies. You have to wake up and they give you heirlooms. And you turn all the stuff in town. And as you turn the stuff in, you convert it to this other currency that's used to unlock cosmetics for the most part. And a new aspect that I'm using that increases attack speed and movement speed on a cycle. And you unlock a buff that's active. Right here it says, my attacks will devastate Blight fiends and the red cloaked horror, dealing 20% additional damage whenever that buff is active. And there's some new elixir that came out with a 15% XP gain, and I think it's life and lucky hit chance, which is cool, I guess, if you're not level 100. See, I'm using this back trophy. I guess it's okay. In the end, it's about completing things. I find this to be a wonderful opportunity to explore this zone. In particular, this is my favorite zone, sub-region, for harvesting Biteberry. Which is why I titled the stream the way I did, because the Fractured Peaks has Biteberry, you know? Here, let me show you, without getting too boring. There's 5 different primary plants, and each plant belongs to a different zone, or different region. Howler Moss is Scots Glen, Biteberry is Fractured Peaks, Radamine, it says it right there, Dry Steppes, Blight Shade is Hawazar, and Lifesbane is Keshistan. There's also Fiend Rose, which only comes from the Helltide, and Angel Breath is everywhere, but it's primarily in Nightmare Dungeons, and Galavine is everywhere. Galavine is used as a conversion between plants. You can convert one plant into another plant. The conversion rate is 1 to 1 and then 5 to 1. So any of the normal plants can become... So Biteberry can convert into Galavine 1 to 1. But then if you want to go from Galavine to Lifesbane or back to Biteberry, it costs 5. But because there's Galavine in every zone, you end up with a whole lot of it if you're playing. I love this music though, it's really awesome. Yeah. Reminds me of a zombie movie. There you go. I'm just curving through. This is my primary goal. I know there's other stuff happening on this stinking map. Let me just make sure. We're fine. See? It's really nice. Remember, not everybody can kill stuff this fast, okay? I know the second I start getting good It makes the game itself seem inferior. You hear that? I'll wake you up. It's a frostbitten villager. Oh my. It reminds me very much of the Blood Harvest area. Lessons of back right upon you. No, thank you. My goal is to unlock all these new skins. See, this